you're trying to find a job in IT or you're trying to level up your career in IT and you're not utilizing the power of LinkedIn and other social medias, then you're really missing out and you're missing a ton of opportunities. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through what you need to do to get your LinkedIn set up properly, but I'm going to cover this in a different way than probably what you've already seen. A lot of videos already go through the fact that you should have a profile picture and a cover photo, and you should have all of your information filled out. And this is really true. You need to make sure that all of the information that they have available for you on LinkedIn to have filled out properly filled out. Like, really, make sure you have information in there that pertains directly to you, your experience, and the things that you're interested in and wanting to do. Now, we can look at my LinkedIn profile as a decent example. I don't necessarily keep everything up to date as I should, but I really utilize LinkedIn in a completely different way than you would, because you're trying to find a job. And when we talk about some of the basics that are going to be covered in other videos that walk you through setting up LinkedIn, we're specifically talking about like this information here. Make sure that your name is filled out and you have a proper headline and that you have your current position listed, and make sure that you actually fill out that information. Not only that, in the add profile section, make sure that you go through here and fill out all of this information as well. LinkedIn does a pretty good job of recommending like different areas or sections that you haven't filled out yet. They will constantly remind you. So make sure that you go through and you follow everything. They do offer like some kind of star level thing once you complete all of the tasks or all of the different profile sections that you need to fill out. So again, make sure you fill that out properly. Again, there's other videos. I'll link to them in the comments so you guys can find them easily. I know KevTech has some great videos on LinkedIn, and there are other great YouTube videos out there as well that will walk you through setting up your LinkedIn profile for, you know, the most optimal experience, which is really just kind of making sure that you fill out this information properly. And just again, to highlight what is properly, it's really just using the proper terminology and highlighting the things that you've done in your line of work that you're currently in. How can you utilize some of the things that you do in your day-to-day job to really kind of emphasize your technology experience? Because if you are like many other people who are watching this video, maybe you don't have any prior IT experience and you're trying to figure out, well, what's the best way that I can highlight some of these different, experiences that I've had in previous jobs? Well, now in today's society, really technology is driven everywhere. So it's probably more than likely possible, yes, I went that far, that you've interacted with some type of technology in your day-to-day job already. Whether that's just utilizing your email, whether that's using like some type of like customer management system, maybe you do some type of sales, I could go on and on. The point is, you probably interact with technology in some way or form on a day-to-day basis. And in your job, in your current job, even though it's not a direct IT job. So the point is, some of these videos that you can watch out on YouTube will actually walk you through what you need to do and or say to kind of highlight some of those things that you've interacted with in your day-to-day job and how you can utilize that in your LinkedIn profile and on your resume. So again, I'm really just trying to highlight the importance of making sure that that information is filled out. Again, I don't want to necessarily cover that again or go through all of that again, because I think there's already a lot of really good videos out there that do a good job of explaining that. The point of this video is where we're getting at, and long-winded, and you guys are already going to be commenting below that I'm just blabber on and on, but I'm really trying to emphasize importance here, because LinkedIn in 2022, and it's almost 2023 at this point, it's a huge platform that can help you. And if you utilize it properly, it can really benefit you and help you further your career or just get started in your IT career or whatever career that you want to be in. Being out on some of these different social media platforms and engaging with these communities is what is going to be vital to you taking your career to that next level. And that's just facts. Quite honestly, it's about to be 2023. The way that we interact and find new careers and go through the actual interview process, it's really completely different than it's ever been. And that's in part thanks to everything that happened in 2020, of course, but just as society is moving forward and technology continues to grow and evolve and really drive our day-to-day lives, you're going to see how some of these different platforms like LinkedIn and Discord are going to be very helpful to just helping you and your career move forward. So again, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of this. And that's why I've been taking my time to really kind of drill this into your head, because if you're not going down this path of utilizing these platforms, you're honestly at a disadvantage. And that's just really true. That's facts. Interacting with these different platforms and engaging with these communities and building your own network of like-minded people just like you who are trying to get into IT, who are already in IT, and interacting with these people and building relationships with them. That's what's going to help you move forward and really have a very successful career. So let's say you've already set up your profile and you're ready to jump into this and really kind of utilize LinkedIn in the best possible way that you can. So again, keeping in mind that your profile is completely set up, all the details are filled out. Maybe you have a website and you've included that in there. And maybe you have, your YouTube profile or YouTube videos, you've included that in there. Maybe you've written some articles and you've also added those articles to your LinkedIn profile as well, or you've linked to your blog. Whatever that case is, we're ready to go. What do we need to do? I'm going to switch over to my Sock Puppet account here. And if you're not familiar with what a Sock Puppet account is, I'll put that kind of right here so you can read up on that, or you can go over to TCM Security. We have lots of information on Sock Puppet accounts over there, but it's just a way that I can kind of utilize LinkedIn in a different way and find more information out if I don't want people to necessarily see who I am. It's an anonymous account. Anyway, the point of this is we're going to take you through from your perspective. So what we need to do, or what you need to do, is start interacting with people and interacting and engaging with the community. And how do you do that? Well, I'm going to give you a list of people that you need to follow so that way you can start engaging with more people in the community. Now, these are going to be more cybersecurity focused people, aside from like Rachel and KevTech, who I've included before. They often love to post about different jobs or post about different things that are helpful for you getting into IT. KevTech is really good at that, and he has videos, of course, that we're going to be linking to help you with your LinkedIn profile, like we've been talking about this entire time. But anyway, you need to be following these people because they are going to be the most help, not only for you personally in your career, but they are also going to help you connect with other people in the community just like you. So I've already searched out a few people, and if you looked at my tab, you can already see that. So the first one that I want to highlight is me, and there's actually kind of a reason why I wanted to do this. The LinkedIn profile that we're using, the Sock Puppet account, right? I haven't followed anybody except for one person, which I'll show you in a minute here. But that one person was not me, but they are associated with me in some way. But anyway, just highlighting my profile here really quick, you can see that it shows you people who follow Zach also follow these people. And this is really awesome because these are other people that I would definitely suggest for you to follow, because these other people that also follow Zach or me, right, are very influential people in the cybersecurity industry. Heath Adams, John Hammond, right? Joe Helly. These are all great people that I definitely suggest that you follow. And then it says here, people also viewed. These are also really amazing people that I suggest you follow. I know each and every one of these people on this list. I can personally say, yeah, you should follow them because they have and they post really great information related to cybersecurity. So go ahead and follow me, follow all of these people. But let's take a look at another profile, which is Kevin, KevTech. You've seen him on YouTube, talk about him all the time. Another great person to follow. But of course, he has other people who follow him, right? And these are great people also. Nish over here does the Job Skill IT share site, so definitely check out him as well and follow him. David Meese is another great person that you should follow on LinkedIn. He has an amazing story. He just got started in IT, I believe at like 38 years old or so, and he got his first cybersecurity job at 41 years old. So check out his LinkedIn profile and see what he's doing, because following what he does and the posts that he makes and creates and the way that he interacts and engages with the community is what you can be doing. And that definitely helped him land his employment in the cybersecurity industry. Another great person to follow, of course, is Jerry Auger. He's in the cybersecurity industry as well. He does a daily live stream where he talks about different things that are happening in the industry. That's a great place for you to go every single day to engage with the community and to learn more about what's happening in the cybersecurity industry and just overall IT. Going back to another profile, Rachel, we've talked about her before. She's also a very influential person to follow because she loves to post different jobs that are available in the industry currently. But again, just following these people is going to introduce you to their timeline. And that's what we're going to cover next. So now that we've gone through that quick list of people to follow, again, keep in mind that I will put links in the description for all of those people and anybody I missed. If I did miss you, I am very, very sorry. There's no, malicious intent intended behind that, right? But I do apologize if I missed you. So please just, leave a link in the comments. If you have a LinkedIn profile that people should be following as well, or if you want to be connecting with other people in your industry, in the comments of this video, put your LinkedIn profile and the industry that you are interested in, pursuing, and try to connect with other people in those industries as well. Anyway, moving on, going to our main LinkedIn profile for our Sock Puppet account. Now that we followed people, we can go through this list and we're going to start seeing, the interactions or posts from people that we followed. And this is going to be that best opportunity for you to go ahead and start interacting and engaging with these different communities. Start commenting on these posts. If there's something that sticks out, if somebody did something that was really cool or they had an accomplishment, congratulate them. Or maybe you have something that you can share that relates to that post. Make sure that you share your experience or share your knowledge or even ask a question. So let's go and hop over to Josh Mason's profile because that's the example that I wanted to use for today's video. He just had a post out there where he asked if anybody started working on a blue team lab from TryHackMe. So I left a comment to that post from my Sock Puppet account and I said I would also be interested in hearing from more people on their blue team content. It's a path that I am personally looking to go down further, and it's so hard to find good blue team content. I hope this works out for you. So I interacted with this post with Josh, and he has no idea who this Sock Puppet account is. Keep that in mind, okay? I just, read what he said and I left a thoughtful comment and I encouraged him. And he actually went ahead and liked that comment, which was actually pretty cool. Because again, keep in mind, he has no idea who this Joshua Melchert is, but I just took the time and I left some feedback and I encouraged him. But this is what you need to be doing. And this is how you can draw engagement with the community and go through and look at other people's comments. Maybe they left, a thought, or maybe they left some bit of information that helps your path further or provides more information about that specific topic that's helpful for you. Reply back to that. Thank that person for leaving that comment and leaving that helpful bit of information. Or maybe you have that helpful bit of information that you can provide. Maybe you wrote a little blog post about something and you can provide a link to that and share that with somebody. Maybe you created a video and you can provide the link to that and share it with them and say, hey, I actually created a video for this for my course that I'm working on. I just did this walkthrough. Maybe this walkthrough can help you. This is how you engage with the community. It's going to take time. You have to go through and provide thoughtful posts and information and thoughtful replies back. But when you do this, as you can see, the community interacts and engages back with you. The more that you interact and engage with these communities, the more people notice you. The more information and help that you can provide will really kind of help provide that social presence that people are going to want to see. Because I can promise you that in today's world, when you are applying for a job, people are looking you up on social media. They're going to see your LinkedIn profile and they're going to wonder, what is this person doing? Are they helping the community? Are they interacting with the communities? Well, if you are interacting with the community, if you are putting yourself out there and you're sharing all of these things, I promise you, companies are going to love to see this. I cannot emphasize this enough. And not only are companies going to love seeing this, down the road, as you are interacting and engaging with different people in the community, building a social network of people, of like-minded people just like you that maybe you interact with on a day-to-day basis, maybe you've actually built one-on-one connections with people over the years, through LinkedIn, through Discord. When these people or those people have jobs that they are looking to fill, maybe they're going to think about you. They're going to say, wow, I know a person who is perfect for this position. I've known them for years because I've seen the stuff that they've done out on social media. I know this might sound silly to you, and I'm not trying to encourage you or influence you to be an influencer. That's not what this is about. I'm not telling you that you need to go out and be some quote unquote influencer. I'm telling you that you need to go out and stand out and be different. Show people how you're different. Show people how you stand out, your personality. Show people that you want to help. I promise you that this type of thought process and this kind of effort and engagement that you can bring to the community will always help you out tenfold. It will always come back to help you. This is how you can interact with LinkedIn most effectively, efficiently, and it's really ultimately what's going to help you the most in getting a career in IT or furthering your career in IT. I cannot really emphasize or stress all of the information that I've covered in this video. And I've probably blabbered on, but it's really been a thoughtful process in trying to help you understand why you can be utilizing these platforms. I talked about David Meese earlier in this video, and this guy right now, he is a prime example of this because he took LinkedIn and just social media in general and ran with it. And I've given plenty of past examples and videos on this channel of people who have gone out on LinkedIn specifically, got on social media and put themselves out there. And it's helped them find a career in IT. This is the path going forward that you need to focus on to stand out and get yourself out there. So many people come to this channel asking for advice on what they can do to get into IT. Do you just need a degree to get into IT? Do you just need a certification? Can you get into IT without a degree or without a certification with XYZ? Are you too old? Do you need a new programming, right? We've gone through so many of these questions before. There's no set path. There's no right or wrong. But there are ways that you can stand out because your competition is going to have a degree, or they are going to have a certification, or they're going to have both, or they're going to have a degree, a certification, and experience. You got to stand out. It's so hard to stand out these days, right? This is literally what I just recorded my video on, right before I started this live stream, is getting on LinkedIn and utilizing that platform. Because especially for, anybody who's trying to get into cybersecurity, right? Specifically cybersecurity, I'm going to highlight here because so many people want to get into cybersecurity and because so many organizations, like training organizations and stuff, do a terrible job of marketing cybersecurity training and boot camps and all that stuff, right? There's this, everybody thinks that you could just jump right into cybersecurity, right? Everybody just thinks that because that's what marketing has done to us. That's what a lot of influencers have done to us. And it's a shame because it's not really that easy to get into cybersecurity because your competition, to get into any cybersecurity role, your competition is 100% of the time, 100% of the time, your competition for any cybersecurity role already has prior IT experience. 100% of the time, when you're trying to get into any cybersecurity role, Even an entry level cybersecurity role, your competition for that role already has prior IT experience. So your degree in cybersecurity means absolutely nothing when you are competing against somebody who may also have a degree, but they have experience. Like, that's the thing about like the cybersecurity like field right now as it stands. When you're trying to break into the cybersecurity field, it's not as easy as anybody makes it out to be. Again, to highlight this again, like just really be blunt, for an entry level cybersecurity job, even for a SOC analyst, your competition might be a system administrator. Your competition might be a network engineer, but they want to make that transition into cybersecurity, right? They've just worked as a network engineer for the last 5 years, but they're like, I want to work in cybersecurity. And there's the SOC analyst role that's open. And guess what? Cybersecurity jobs often pay pretty good money. So that network engineer, he might even get a pay bump by getting an entry level SOC analyst position. Like, that's no joke. Like, that's like real deal. That's what's happening in the cybersecurity world. So if anybody thinks that you're going to jump into a cybersecurity position with just a degree, like, it's not going to be that easy. It's not even going to be that easy if you have a degree and certifications, because again, falls back to your biggest competition is people who have experience. Cybersecurity is a very niche product within IT. It often takes experience to work in the cybersecurity industry. The last bit of advice that I want to give in this video is adding connections. And I've talked about this before. I've done a video on it, and you've seen other people do videos on this. There's a right way to add connections, and there's a wrong way to add connections. The right way to add connections is much like what we talked about in this video, in adding thoughtful comments and responses and posts and engagement out on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. When you're engaging with somebody and you want to connect with them, well, take the time to engage with them and connect with them, which means go through a thoughtful process and sending them a message that will relate directly to them. When I receive generic messages, I don't respond back. When I receive a thoughtful message, I respond back most of the time. And that's really kind of rare because not a lot of people want to spend that time. But it's that thoughtful engagement that is always going to have you really kind of stand out. And there's probably plenty of people who I hope watch this video who I have interacted with on LinkedIn because they've sent me a very thoughtful message that really stood out from everybody. Like, I hope these people watch that video and respond back and say, hey, yeah, I did this. I sent Zach like a very unique message and he responded back. It's very rare that it happens. And I hope that if you're watching this video like this long into it and you're thinking about connecting with me on LinkedIn and you want me to respond back to you, leave a unique message, because that's what's going to get me to engage back with you. Just like other people, that's what gets you to stand out. That's what we can do to really take advantage of these platforms. Be thoughtful, be engaging, be part of these communities. And I keep saying communities. I didn't really highlight Discord as much as I wanted to in this video, but that is another platform that you need to be a part of. You need to be a part of these different communities out there. TCM Security has an amazing Discord community. KevTech has an amazing Discord community. There are so many amazing Discord servers out there that you can join, filled with people just like you who are trying to get into IT, or there's even specialized Discord communities out there who focus on cloud, who focus on, of course, cybersecurity, who focus on networking, who focus on help desk. Join these, be part of them, engage with these people. This is what's going to help you. This is like the key to unlocking your future right here in this video. I wish you nothing but the most success. I hope you follow along with this the best that you can. Again, keep in mind, there's going to be a ton of links in the description, and make sure you set up your LinkedIn profiles. That's all we got for today's video. As always, take it easy.